I can feel it. They're off. We're getting cut man first. All around. Going with the fastest route. Some players have opted to start with Guts Man. It's a little safer. Don't have to do the zip in Elect Man stage to get the Magnet Beam. All the players moving very well through this stage. Oh, and the synchronization. There it is. Einea and the Cove. Just a tiny little bit ahead of their opponents. Everyone staying very close in this first stage. Select glitch to prevent the knockback from these enemies being put to use. The Cove's going to be the first one to the top of this ladder. Everyone's looking pretty good on health. You don't want to take too many hits in Cutman stage, because there is this big eye waiting at the bottom of this section. Grabbing the bottom ladder from the top of the screen, wrapping around. Cove gets hit by it. Pretty much everyone but adef gets hit by that thing, and look at the health. It's pretty low. To go as fast as possible on Cutman, you would like to have enough health to take 2 hits, so that you can have invincibility frames. Don't have to worry about jumping over the claw, the scissors, the cutters. Cove gonna go ahead and take 1 damage boost. He's gonna be the first one to defeat Cutman. Niss shortly thereafter, and synchronized on the top, Einea and adef. Everyone keeping pace with each other. This is the kind of race I thought we were gonna see. And I am so pleased to be right. Oh, Einea coming up with a bit of a lead, rolling 50,000 instead of 60,000 points. Takes a bit longer for those points to count up. Elect Man stage, very tricky. Everyone gets through the first screen okay. Dropping off the ladder to cancel your shoot animation. Three players now synchronized with each other. The Cove, the only one ahead. Screwing around on the ladder a little bit. Cove's going left. Niss going left. adef and Einea, everyone going left. Corner jumps required for everyone. Cove gets it. adef falls. Einea gets it. And Niss falls. Left side of the screen has the home field advantage when corner jumping to the right, apparently. Try number 2 for adef and Niss. It is a very costly mistake to fall here. Niss really doesn't want to fall, please. Is gonna do the toe edge out and finally does get around. But the Cove is off and running. A gap has opened up between the players on both sides. Cove and Einea, first ones to go for the zip. Cove's got the ladder, Einea as well. They both grab it at pretty much the same time. Cove with the top exit, Einea as well. Fantastic job, adef's turn. A very quick grab. A bottom exit, but a quick grab. Niss's turn. First try on the ladder. Top exit as well. Very solid from all the players. Magnet beams being used to ascend vertically very quickly. in a vertical stage like a Lekman. You can imagine how advantageous that is. What are the players going to go for on this ladder climb? The Cove is going all out, so is Einea. Placing these platforms fast enough to climb up and jump off of them before those elect beams come out is very tricky. Cove had a bit of trouble. Einea had a beautiful climb. adef as well. Fantastic job. Elect man fight. Not too much to write home about. We'll see how this climb goes for niss. Had a bit of trouble with this stage. Mostly due to that one corner jump. It's gonna damage boost through the elect beams. It's down to literally 1 health. As Einea and Cove move into Iceman stage. Magnet beams out. Want to stay out of the water if you can. And if you really want to, you can go for a zip. Einea is 1 pixel too low, I think. The Cove's a handful of pixels too low. But this zip is the one you want. Einea is going to get it. Screen wrapping around. Cove gets it as well. That's the important one. And preserving your magnet beam so that you can get over these floating platforms is also very important. Einea drops down to grab it. Select glitches through that 1 hit. It's looking good. Cove as well. adef gets the zip as well. We'll see how it goes for niss. Einea getting the 2nd zip. This one doesn't save as much time, but it's pretty good. Cove gets it as well. Both players on the left keeping the pressure on their opponents. adef doesn't really have enough magnet beams to try. And niss gets the wrap as well. Needs that to stay in it. adef has some beams to try for a corridor zip here, though. Doesn't quite get it. Iceman down for Einea and Cove. Niss gets the zip! Straight off the beams from the floating platform section. Didn't have to wait to set up the pixel or anything. Has plenty of magnet beams to go for some corridor zips. Doesn't quite get them, gets one. Making up some ground there. Einea. First one in a fireman stage. Quick zip. Pixel perfect placement to get these zips. Cove and Einea making it look easy. Niss done with Iceman as well. Lots of zips to be done in Fireman stage. Einea placing that platform so that you can only need 1 magnet beam to jump up and get the refill. Einea slips off the magnet beam, not going to be able to do that wrap. Nice little zip here though. Cove is going to be able to get the wrap. adef's beam a little bit too low, needs another one. Niss right behind. adef getting the wrap as well. Einea using the ladder to set up the final zip. This one's dangerous. You can die here if you don't do it right. Einea with the death. adef takes the lead on top. The Cove executes the zip and is heading into the boss fight. adef. Oh, the same death! Einea back out in front on top. The Cove is running away with it a little bit here. Niss needs this to stay on pace. Looks good. Einea doesn't even have enough magnet beams to try. It's opting just to use them to walk over the Roombas. adef as well. Both players on the top having to go the long way around. So despite Niss being ahead of both of them on the top, it doesn't matter. Niss is only racing the Cove, and the Cove is already into Bomb Man stage. adef freezing those fire pillars in front of the door. Doesn't want to damage boost through. It can be pretty risky. You want enough health to take one hit from Fireman, because if your select glitching is off just a little bit, very easy to eat one of those fire waves to the face. adef being very careful with the select glitching. The Cove freezing the Sniper Joe. It's possible to use magnet beams to run over him. Saves a menu. Quite a bit more tricky. Einea select glitching through some of these explosions. The Cove is approaching the zip in Bombman stage. No ladder setup. It's good. Can anyone catch this man? It's gonna have to be Niss, though, who actually takes the win away from Cove. Einea and adef only concerned about each other. Truthfully, they're probably mostly concerned about themselves right now. Niss going for this zip, having trouble. Only has enough beams now to rely on this ladder setup. There's 1, 2. Does not take a hit. Zips from Einea and Niss. Both good. Cove is already into Gutsman. Zip now for adef, going straight to the ladder. Doesn't want to mess around with the non-ladder setup. Gets it. Very solid execution on that. The Cove taking some hits here in Gutsman stage. Bombman down for Einea and Niss. It's possible to do some zips in Gutsman stage, but they're very tricky to line up. No wrap, but a very solid stage so far from Cove. Gonna be looking for some corridor zips. As Niss and Einea both start Gutsman stage. Cove's almost a whole stage ahead. 1 corridor zip and 1 leisurely stroll to the boss door. Einea and Niss just gliding over those platforms. Is the bomb placement good for Cove? It looks good. Gets the booty grab. Very solid 6 Robot Masters from Cove. Einea and Niss. One triggers a screen transition is the cue for the other to trigger theirs. Still neck and neck all the way through Gutsman stage. adef hot on their heels. Corridor zip for Einea. If you don't get the zip, though, you at least don't want to get hit. Both players taking a couple hits there. adef looking for a zip to make up some ground. Einea showing off the turnaround damage boost through the boss door. Drops you through those blocks. Oh, Einea. Wow, okay, Gutsman got away from Einea a little bit there. Oh, select glitch needs another... No, not gonna go for the bomb. Gonna go for the buster. This is the smart move. Although Gutsman, man, playing really aggressive. Look at how much ground... Oh, adef misses it as well. Buster, switch to the buster. Oh my god. Gutsman cooperating for adef there. Not great Gutsman fights from either player on top. But adef definitely did make up some ground. It's really scary if you don't get Gutsman down right away. He starts hopping towards you and there's not much you can do about it. Into Wily 1, the Cove, still enjoying a sizable lead. The 2 jump. Niss going for the Wily 1 zip. No. Yes. Gets it! And the quick setup as well. Very impressive. Einea's looking for it as well. I think he's got it. No. Faked me out. the Cove into the Yellow Devil fight. I think can afford to take one hit, but I don't think we're going to see that. Nope, there it is, the damage boost. That beam is really far. The Cove barely holds the select glitch long enough to make it finish off the Yellow Devil. That's Wily1 down. Bit of a scare. To jump for Niss. Einea having a bit of problems with these floating platforms. Oh no! Falling straight through the platforms. These things are awful. You never want to have to rely on standing on one of these platforms if you can help it. Their hitboxes are super weird, especially when they're shooting. You can fall straight through them, and in Mega Man 1, your invincibility frames do not give you immunity to spikes. Niss finishing off the Yellow Devil. Adef just getting into the fight. Einea's trying to make this jump with the magnet beams, doesn't quite have enough. Needed those beams to be placed correctly to progress. Has to drop down and refill multiple times. This really sucks. On the bottom, Niss vs. Cove, both are into Wily 2. It looked like they were very close, but the Cove was one boss fight ahead. 2 even. Going for this zip. It's going to be exiting. Oh, going for it. Wow. Nice execution from Cove on that zip. It is risky to continue it one screen further the way the Cove did. There are some spikes that are just waiting to end your run. Very tricky to dodge them, but Cove does, is into the clone fight. Einea, Yellow Devil, is going to be happy to be done with Wily1, and is. Cutman, down for adef and Niss. The only difference is adef has a pretty big lead, whereas Niss is behind by a fair bit. It's all about how you are doing versus your opponent. Niss is going for a zip. And Niss is successfully into the boss fight. adef's not messing around with any zips. No, just kidding, there it is. And the Cove is looking for the big zip. Setup is good. There it is. Clone fight for Niss. adef not too far behind, dropping into the fight. How many dupes for Cove? 1, 2. Alright, well, it was 3! Alright, we got it. Fantastic job from Cove. Pressing B the moment those blocks leave the screen. You can summon another block from midair. If you can do it 3 times, you can take out all 7 of those weird machines. If you don't get enough dupes, you have to buster the remaining ones down, and the last ones are faster too, so you have to make a decision to go for those dupes. If you're not confident in your ability to do it, you probably want to buster the first few and throw the blocks at the last 4. So you can get an idea of how players feel about that depending on how they approach this fight. I think we're going to see all of them throwing blocks right away, hoping for dupes. Niss gets 1. 2. Needs 1 more. Doesn't get it, gonna have to buster the last. But it has plenty of health, so this is not going to be scary. No way! Are you serious? What is that mashing? Niss. Disgusting mashing ability to get that thing down in the bottom left corner. I've never seen that. Wow. adef into the fight as well. No dupes yet. Already down 2 blocks. The Cove already into the Wily Machine fight. My goodness. Skipping over the refights, I totally missed it. I was distracted by these dupes. The Cove with a fantastic run, just barely missing the sub 20. Is that a PB for Cove? It is the Cove. Setting a new personal best. I knew he was on good pace, but my goodness. The man is on fire. Refight skip for Niss looks good. Zip for adef. Einea is looking for dupes, gets 1. Gets 2. There's 3. The rest is just gravy. Oh, for swag, gets the 4th one. Einea's looking like they're gonna be finishing 4th in this race. But they take the crown for dupes on that one. Wily Machine for Niss has already lost the race to Cove. But you get the pride points for beating adef, who is racing on top. Einea doesn't have enough lives to do the refight skip, so it takes a death for a quick game over. It's not going to be enough to catch adef, who is also on the Wily Machine. GG to Niss, a very impressive 21-04. Against many other opponents, that would have been good enough for the win. But the Cove came to play. On the bottom, it's going to be him taking the win. And adef on top has confirmed kill on the Wily Machine. Einea refight skip. Looks good. Einea is going to be just outside this 22-minute mark. Wily Machine fight. Let's go. Let's finish strong. Niss has at least one more game to play here today. This is a best 2 of 3 situation. So not only is it important to do the best run you can just for the sake of it, but it's important to keep your mind in it, sharp. So you want to finish confident, you want to finish strong, you want to go into the next game feeling good. And adef, I can see from a peek in the SRL chat, is going over some of the mistakes in that run. We'll see. We'll see if adef is able to gather and come back strong. Did pick up the win up top. But Einea is a strong opponent. adef is going to need to maintain that high level of performance in Game 2 if they want to get that win. The Cove. Gotta be happy about the PB. Can't help but think at how close he was to the 19 and didn't quite get it. Maybe we'll retime it. Or maybe the Cove will do even better next run. But we'll see. The players actually, some of them a little shaken. This was a really tense match. Some of them want a quick break before we move on to Game 2. Wow. This is maybe the best match of the tournament so far. And we're still in the group stages, man. Top 2 from all 8 groups advance to a single elimination bracket. That's going to be our top 16. And that's going to be happening throughout January. Hopefully. AGDQ is probably going to throw a wrench in things, but we're gonna see even more close Mega Man matches. Adef didn't like the Death and Fireman stage, is using this time to practice this zip. Of course it goes well this time. The player's starting to ready up. Game 2 on the horizon. What do you think, guys? I don't know. Everyone played really well. Are we going to see more of the same in Game 2? Are the nerves going to get to them? It's going to be tense. We're close. We're close to Game 2. As you can see, we got Rockman, top left, bottom right. Mega Man, top right, bottom left. Only difference is this title screen. But as you can see, the Rockman title screen, clearly the superior of the two. Though we'll notice who took the wins in Game 1. It was the US Mega Mans in the top right, bottom left. Secret advantage. Perhaps, maybe not. Game 2, and we're off. 100,000 points for Einea. The most points, the least time. Einea taking a hit there in Cutman's stage, the first screen there. Ladders going well for all the players. Very tricky to grab some of these ladders. Niss has jumped out to a tiny lead. Einea struggling a bit, taking a couple hits. One full screen behind adef. Cove going for some corner jumps, not getting them, is going to go right and take a hit. Niss is already onto the next screen. adef and Einea shortly behind. Cove as well. Einea's made up some ground here. But Niss definitely the one in the driver's seat. Once again, select glitching to cancel out the knockback animation. Basically, while the game is paused, certain things are still running in the game's memory, including the countdown for the boss's invincibility frames, countdown for how long Mega Man should be knocked back. I think is how that works. So by pausing and unpausing, you can refresh your projectile on top of an enemy hitbox multiple times. You can cancel out your knockback. Einea can't get hit. The other players, I think, can take one hit. Niss tried to dodge that health drop and couldn't. Cutman fight from all 4 players. If you get a bad pattern here from Cutman, your opening shot a little off, you can get into a weird position where you're stuck up top and Cutman's down below and it can be hard to deal with. But Einea is going to have no trouble. All the others as well. Electman stage. First screen very tricky. All 4 players executing. Select glitch through the Roomba. neck and neck in all four corners of the screen. We saw the corner jumps be the first thing to truly separate these players in Game 1. Will it be the same in Game 2? A little more safe and consistent to go right and wait for the blocks, but all four players confident enough to go left and go for the corner jump. Niss gets it, Cove gets it, adef gets it, Einea falls! Oh no. After coming in last in the previous race, this is not how you want the start of your run to go. Easy on the second try. Adef, Niss, and Cove. All pretty much in sync with each other. Still. Lots of optimizations to be done in these vertical sections. This zip as well, very tricky. Adef and Cove. Are we capturing the same stream twice? What's going on here? We're not. Just synchronized magnet beam grabs from both players. Niss as well, just behind them. Enea's looking for a quick grab to stay in it. That was pretty good. Going for the top exit. Gets it. I think did make up a bit of ground there. Adef and Cove just a half second apart. And Niss one more half second behind them. Adef getting the lucky jump from the big eye. Niss can't get hit by anything here on this climb. I think we're going to see Niss play this safe. And is probably... Nope, is still placing those platforms. Oh my goodness. Niss dancing with the devil. Oh, it is so hard to place those beams correctly, but all three players having fantastic Elecman climbs. Einea also low on health. Can't get hit. Is also placing the beam, but you can see you need to be so fast placing the beam and jumping off of it. That beam is right there. Einea didn't place the beam fast enough, had to climb up a little too high to land on it, and didn't have quite enough time to get over that first beam. Second time around. Of course, no hits this time. It's really strong, though, for a player to make a mistake and then be able to immediately get it right the next time. It's really easy to let one mistake turn into 3 or 4 mistakes. But Einea multiple times now has recovered from a mistake and nailed it second time around. Is staying very solid. And that sort of consistent play is going to keep Einea in it. Adef does not get the wrap. Cove and Niss both get it. That's a big chance for Einea to make up ground. This is what I'm talking about. As long as Einea stays in it, every time something like this happens to Adef, Einea can be there to capitalize and punish. No falls in this horrible, horrible moving platform section on the bottom of the screen. Second wraps as well. Niss and Cove. My goodness. So close to each other. Einea does get the wrap in Iceman stage. Big time save. Adef not going for the second wrap as well. Another opportunity for Einea to make up ground. Cove and Niss are half a second apart. Still. Through all 3 first stages. Adef wanted a corridor zip, didn't get it. Einea also with the second wrap. Look at how much ground was made up by Einea over Adef in this stage. Still has enough magnet beams to try for a corridor zip. Doesn't quite get it. One more. Too low. One more. Little one. No, not gonna bother. Iceman down for Adef just as Einea enters the fight. Into Fireman stage. Lots of players had trouble with this one in Game 1. Niss and Cove getting some pretty quick zips. Third try for Niss, first try for Cove. Let me reiterate that every zip with a magnet beam is pixel perfect. Cove needing one more. to get up top there. Or niss, rather. Cove getting the one jump. Players looking for wraps. Niss is a little too high, I think. Cove wants to try again, and I think he's got it. That's going to catch Cove up a little bit. Einea gets the opening zip as well. And they took pretty different routes through fire to get here, but they are neck and neck on the bottom of the screen. Cove and niss. One of the best races we've seen in the tournament continues. Fireman zip. Very dangerous. Niss exits pretty late. Cove as well. Beautiful zips from both players. Adef also zipping. Einea placed a little bit too high to go for that zip. He's going for this one. Boss door at 856 for niss, 858 for Cove. Adef died here in Fireman stage, was practicing afterwards and gets it. Einea needs this to keep pace. Using the ladder to find the pixel. Einea also died here in game 1. Oh, but a beautiful zip in game 2. Making up some ground over adef on the bottom of the screen. The players are still so close. Through 4 Robot Masters now. Into Bomb Man stage. Adef and Einea are both looking pretty healthy. Don't anticipate any problems with Fireman. Niss and Cove select glitching through these explosives. It can be a little tricky when you lose health and then pick up health drops. You freeze for a little bit. Neither player getting hung up on that. Both of them opting to freeze the Sniper Joe in midair. Adef starting Bomb Man stage as well. Einea not too far behind. Magna beams out for Cove and niss. Bomb Man stage is kind of like the calm before the storm. You get to this screen, and now you gotta perform. Looking for the correct pixel. Niss gets it right away. Cove as well. Niss drops though, but is able to get the pixel second try as well. And is right there behind Cove. Both of them dropping down into the Bomb Man fight. Niss had a 2-second lead, now Cove has a 2-second lead. Adef's going to be going right to the ladder to find the pixel. Doesn't want to try to jump in the air and almost half blindly place it at the exact pixel. Einea going for it as well. Didn't quite get it, but veered off to the left so that if it didn't work out, Einea was going to be on the ladder to try again. I like that hybrid strat there. Successful zips from Adef and Einea as niss and Cove are into Gutsman. Pretty sure they're both standing on the same pixel right now. And it's not the correct one for any zips. Very tricky to get the zips in Gutsman stage. And risky too. I think there are pixels where you just die. It's weird. Niss gets one. Gonna be rapping. And it's gonna be enough to catch Niss up. Half a second ahead of Cove. Adef and Einea are not far behind. Corridor zips, looking for him. Neither player's got him on the bottom of screen. Just a whole lot of getting hit. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Looking to place this bomb. Einea's got it. Select glitch good. Doesn't quite grab the orb. Cove does. Small time save there for Cove. Gonna catch him up just a little bit. Adef looking for corridor zip. Gets it. And almost gets through the door. Damageless. Einea not too far behind. adef damage boosting into the room. Oh man, the bomb placement is perfect. You need to place that bomb so that if Gutsman jumps back or forward, you can still tag him with that explosion. It's a lot easier when he decides to stay still, though. We'll see if Einea can find the correct placement of this bomb, as Niss and Cove are looking for the correct pixel for the Wily 1 zip. Bomb looks good for Einea, jump looks good. No zip for Niss, but Cove gets the Wily 1 zip, jumps out ahead. Getting this zip not only means you know, it's faster, but you also don't have to do this horrible fire pillar corner jump section that Niss is doing. The Cove jumping out to the biggest lead we've seen, maybe, in this race on the bottom half of your screen. And it's only like 6 seconds or something. Far from over. No Wily 1 zip for adef. Gets one corner jump, gets the other. Although getting tagged by this fire pillar quite a bit. And Einea gets hit by the big eye. Gets hit by 2. Magnet beams. Niss just barely needed an extra pixel from that third beam. But both are going to be moving into the Yellow Devil fight. Niss made up some ground there, I think. Maybe only 4 or 5 seconds back. adef looking for the 2 jump. Looks good. Did do some little hops there. I wonder if how that compares to a 3 hop done optimally. Taking a hit in this horrible moving platform section is Einea. Struggled here, died here in game 1, and looks like game 2 is going to be a different story. Needed that room to go well, to stay on pace with adef. adef going with the upwards projectile. It moves faster though, so it's a little harder to select glitch with. adef needed to fire a second shot, but does get the 1 cycle on the Yellow Devil. Einea right behind adef, but is running out of game to catch up. Only a couple more stages left. Niss and Cove showing off Wily 2. Cutman down for both players. They are just a second apart. 1 cycle for Einea. Staying in it. Forcing adef to execute. Elecman down at the same time for both players. Screen transition for both players. They are neck and neck. Niss jumping out a little bit. Whoa, both players hesitating a little bit with these bombs. The Cove now a second ahead. Very scary with those bombs, those projectiles. So easy to take a hit and wind up in a pit. Elecman fight for adef. Cutman for Einea. A death! Cove flew too close to the sun on the zip. Niss jumps out to a, what is this, 10-second lead. That zip is risky. A lot of players will exit early. We'll see what adef decides to do. Is out safely. The Cove now dropping into this fight. Half a health bar behind Niss. This is a long fight, so that half health bar is more time than you'd think. adef, really not too far behind Cove. Not that they are in competition with each other directly in this race, and Einea as well. Wants a zip here. adef is pretty far ahead. Einea might be thinking they need to go all out here. Has exited the zip safely. Clone down for Cove and for adef as Einea drops into the fight, and Niss is jumping on the beam. Set up for the big zip is good. Looking for dupes now. Could be a factor. We normally count for swag, but these races are so close. Niss missing the first two. Don't want to rely on the Buster. Has to rely on the Buster for all three of these kills. Takes one hit. We saw the mashing in game one. Fantastic job. Oh, using the select glitch, I think, to really make that work. But letting this one get away, drops low on health, but does clean it up. That is important. The death there would have been the thing that totally changed this race. The Cove looking to save time here. Has enough dupes. 3 dupes. Closing the gap. When I saw that death, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe that would be enough to decide this bottom race. But the clutch dupes from Cove is keeping him in it. Niss wants a zip here and wants to get it very quickly. Einea very close behind adef. Niss struggling with the zip. Cove is coming, and Niss is leaving? No, he's respawning to get more magnet beams, but look how close they are! Niss gets it. Cove gets it. They are now half a second apart again in Wily 4! As adef and Einea are looking for dupes. adef is done with the boss. Einea as well! Oh my goodness! Refight skips from Cove and Niss. Successful. It's gonna come down to the Wily machine. 2-second lead for Cove. It is very hard to gain 2 seconds through pure execution on the Wily machine alone. Can Niss do it? Meanwhile, the race on top. Also very close. adef looking for the zip. Doesn't get it. Einea gets it. Einea takes the lead for the first time in game 2. adef does get the zip right behind Einea. Niss is done. And the Cove a little defeated, I think, at seeing the dot done. 4 seconds behind Niss. Refight skip for Einea is successful. adef as well. I don't think adef is going to be able to catch Einea. I think we're going to see game 3 for both races. Oh my goodness. Einea going to work. And there it is. adef now finishing off the Wily machine. I said it was going to be a good one. I had no idea it was going to be this good. Niss has finished in first place with a 20:45. Cove with a 20:47. On SRL, just 2 seconds apart. Niss had a bit of trouble with the dot done. Einea in third with a 21:31. And adef in fourth with a 21:39. 4 seconds apart on the bottom, 8 seconds apart on top. Einea had some struggles, but came back, played super solid, and was able to capitalize on the mistake late into Wily 3 from adef. It is 1-1 on the top and the bottom. And I have to go restream a match on Speed Gaming 4 right now. I want to do anything. I don't want to do anything but watch Game 3. But I think we're gonna have Prissy do the commentary for Game 3. And whether it's me here, or it's Prissy here, or it's both of us, it doesn't matter. because the 4 players racing today are all on fire. They are going to... I can feel we're going to have a fantastic Game 3. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Game 3 is coming up.
Hello, hello, hello. Test, test. What's up, everybody? Looks like you can hear me. Awesome. Great. Well, I'll try to provide some commentary for you guys. This was a really exciting race. I was watching to commentate this, so let's see. Probably join the SR channel. See when the race is happening. Like, congrats on all of these forerunners. Great job. Man, really amazing races here. Let's see. What's up, everybody? Hi. Oh, the race will begin in 10 seconds. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. And we are off in the SR race channel. Got some delay, but so soon. Oh yeah, okay, cool. So everybody's doing cut first. Pay attention to Mythical's commentary too much, so I might repeat some stuff. Ooh, adef. Getting hit a couple times. That guy is a meanie. If you slow down a little bit, they follow you, and they quite often, if you don't pass a corner jump for the calf. Very nice. 4 screens. It's quite hard to see everything here. I try my best. Go down, but no problem. So a little bit of select pausing to get through these enemies fast. Actually, it's in danger because that's not enough HP if the stomp at the end, the big eye, decides to hit him. Einea has pretty good health, so he's fine. Ooh, that health drop saved adef, I think. I think he has enough HP now. I think if the big eye hits him, he will have 2 HP. Let's see. Let's hope that he... Oh, he's... Okay, he's fine. Whew. Niss and Cough actually already in the corridor room. Doing work. You don't let him jump. It's a pretty simple fight. See how these guys are doing. Some fancy. All right. Fight from Cough. Good fight from Niss. 4 runners after cut. Really nice. So again, this is like the first stage. Not much going here. A little bit dangerous on adef side, but everybody made it through pretty nicely. Oh, all right. So this is where spicy. Alec, man. So we got at the beginning, and if you fall down, you lose like a ton of time. So let's hope that nobody falls down. So somebody fell down in the last race. Yeah, really close race. Here we go. The corner jump for Cove. Oh, first try, second try, third try, fourth try, fifth try. On the fifth try, but he made it. Didn't fall down. First try on Einea, I think adef2, really close to race here. And this also made it, so nobody fell down. So the next hurdle is the magnet beam grab. Let's hope that nobody soft locks, because man, that would be really unfortunate. This is where you lose like 4 to 5 minutes. Kov player going for it, gets it, very nicely done. Also a really good exit. Niss also gets it. Ooh, Einea with the top exit. adef also through. Very nicely done from all of them. Cool, awesome. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Like, that's really easy to happen to everybody. I mean, it happened to me in my first race, so it can happen. It definitely can happen. But everybody's through. So we got the magnet beam. It's really. Ooh, this fell down, but at least he didn't die. It's a really powerful weapon. You can skip a lot of things, and you can also zip. Let's see. Let's go. Nobody should go for the cool kid zip there. All right, adef doing the D-boost. Ooh, gets hit again, but he's fine on health. Kov also gets hit. Einea, really good climb. Also niss, really good climb. Second try. Ooh, Einea gets hit, but he's fine. He didn't fall down. This should be careful here. One more time. Okay. Helicman down for adef. Kov down. Einea also through. Man, niss going for the I think slightly faster shred. I'm not sure actually. I've heard some people told me that, I don't know who it was, but he told me that it's actually not that. It's not really faster. But niss actually went for the cool kid strap there. Yeah. All right, we're in Iceman. Here's where it gets really cool. Like, you to zip with the magnet beam. See if anybody gets it. And yeah, and oh no, 1 pixel too long. adef gets it, gets the ice pixel, first try, really nice. Kov also gets it. Ooh, Einea didn't get it, but gets it on the second try. On the second try, really fast recovery. See if anybody gets the bad brick set up. I saw Einea got it in the last run. Ooh, that's the pixel! Actually, could go for the bad bricks, and he's going for it! Let's see if he gets it. adef, really good. Also, Kov. All of them. And niss! Everybody gets the second grab. Man, what is happening? With a corridor zip. So last beam, he couldn't go for another one. Usually you want to go for 2. Done. Man, great race. adef is finishing Iceman first and Kov second. Einea and this right behind Einea. Don't forget, these are not. This is not a big race. These are 2 races. adef is racing against Einea, and he's currently in the lead with a 50k fire stage. Cool. 60k for Kov. Einea 2, and this gets how many points? 60k. Okay, cool. And this is racing Kov, and Kov is right now in the lead. And this race is so exciting. But there's so much going on. I don't even know, like, what should I talk about? So Fireman is one of the best stages in the game. There's a lot of movement stuff. You can zip a lot of places. Ooh, adef gets the first wrap there. Really cool. Kov also gets it. magnet refills, you really want them. So then the second zip, that's the biggest zip. That's what we call the fire zip. Kov with the fastest setup, and he gets it. Really, really nicely done. Einea rather going for the ladder setup. adef also right behind him. Really, really close. adef only goes for the shorter zip. Einea went for a bigger zip, but he got hit, so it's like really, really close again. It's like synced up. And this, I didn't see it, but he also got it probably. Ooh, Einea with the first corridor zip, but didn't quite get the second zip. adef in the fireman fight, right behind him, Einea, and Kov already finished it. So these guys, man, in this game, unlike me. All right, that's I don't know. Maybe I should do more commentary. I feel like I bring a little bit of luck for everybody. Okay, Bobman stage, pretty simple stage. It's one of the easiest stage, if not the easiest stage, in my opinion. That's not much going on. First screen, you got these screws. Can screw you all around a little bit. Be a problem for these awesome racers or runners. And then you want to swap to ice. If you're good and cool enough, like Cook it, you could go for the fastest setup, fastest strat, which is switching to magnet beam and then doing a magnet beam there, right in the screen where Kov is right now. So but it's really hard. So swapping to ice and then to magnet beam. Impressive. So this is the only zip. Well, not the only zip, but it's one of the biggest zips. adef didn't get the fastest setup, but manages to get the ladder setup. Meanwhile, Einea gets the fastest setup, but the beam was not too long. Was not long enough, so he couldn't zip to the spot where you can trigger the screen wrap. I didn't see Niss and Kov, but I assume they got it. I cannot say that they got the fastest setup, but and here, let's see. Kov finishes. No, adef finishes first, and then Kov right behind him, and then Niss right behind Kov. And a little bit behind because of that. I mean, he had the fastest setup, but his beam was just not long enough, or else he would be right with adef right now. Oh, he had to use the backup strat. Gotcha. That's why I have my chat here. You guys helping me. It's quite hard to keep up. Ooh, adef fell down. Just to save himself. So Gutsman, if you don't go for zips, it's probably the easiest stage. So adef didn't get the screen wrap. Let's see, Kov, if he gets it, that looks really good, I think. That should be it, yep. Niss doesn't get it, doesn't quite get it, beam was too high. Let's see if Einea gets it. This doesn't look promising. Okay, he doesn't get it, it's fine. It's like 3 seconds. 3 seconds, I think. Oh, adef with the double corridor zips. Awesome. Really good shot there. Kov, meanwhile, this is the second one, but gets the backup because he had another beam to do that. He even has another beam right now, but cannot use it. Einea also getting 2 corridors, man. Holy moly, what is happening? Let's see. 12. Grab. I didn't see Kov. It's around there too, man. Bad at all. That is not bad. 1302. Niss right. And yeah. So this is everybody's race. I mean, we got 4 wily stages where everything can happen, basically. A lot of zips, a lot of things that can go wrong. And we got dupes. In this race, it's really important to get dupes. If somebody doesn't get dupes, like me, in every race, and the other runner gets it, he saves about like 10-12 seconds. So, whew. Alright, so let's see what's doing in the first screen. Looks like Cove going for the zip, and he gets it. This also going for it and gets it. adef didn't get it, so save time, but he also didn't get it. That's unfortunate. So I think adef's about 10 seconds in the lead. Around that. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe, yeah, I think it's 9, 10 seconds. Meanwhile, Niss is not far behind Cove. He's like 3 seconds or something. Ooh. Close race. Ooh, really close. adef, the mag beams here. Ooh, but he gets the 2 beam setup. Alright, man. Cove is a little bit low on beams, so that means he needs to pick up some beams in Wily 2. Einea has a lot of beams, so he should be fine on the next couple of stages. I didn't see adef. Niss was pretty low too, I think. Niss and Cove, they were low. I think Cove had only 1 beam. Alright, I don't think anybody goes for Streamline. adef finishes... Nope. Niss actually and Cove, wow, the sync, both finishing Devil. Meanwhile, adef didn't get the easy Devil. Oh no! Now, made up so much time. It's like, wow, what is happening? So we got a really close race. 2 really close races. Whew, man. Niss gets lucky, gets a Magnet Beam refill. Ooh, Cove didn't get didn't die. Also gets a refill, but he didn't want to jump down because that would have been a time loss, a bigger time loss. Oh, man, what a race! Ooh, adef also gets a Magnet Boom drop. Einea also gets one, but in time. I mean, adef got one on the spike, so he couldn't pick it up. Nobody's going for Y2 skips. I mean, it's just way too risky at this point. Everybody's just real close to each other, so there's no point in going for Y2 skips. And yeah, nice. Really good Alec fight from Cove right there. I don't know. I don't think he picked up any refills. Man, I don't know how much ammo he has. I guess we'll just wait and find out. So let's see if Niss gets it. Oh, he didn't get it, but he needs to get out. Oh, okay, he got out. Meanwhile, Cove gets the new duo fall perfectly executed and takes the lead by like 3 seconds or something. adef. Let's look at adef. The fight is not that exciting. Okay, adef manages to get out of the wall. Didn't quite get the full new duo fall. And Einea, he gets out really quickly. Okay, cool. So nobody died there. That's cool. So let's see if we get some fire dupes. Oh, how to fire dupe? Do they go? Oh, this gets one. It's one. Okay, adef. While Cove through the fight. Almost done. Einea right behind. About maybe 6 seconds. Let's see. 1744 kill. Let's see. 6 seconds actually. Okay, so Einea is about 10 seconds behind. Einea needs adef to miss all of the dupes. All of them. Meanwhile, Niss and Cove, they are real close. Okay, Niss, both have actually enough beams. I guess it's my bad, I didn't see it. 18-13. Niss, oh no, don't do Don't do safe states, Niss. I saw that. 6 seconds behind. So Niss needs Cove to miss, like, maybe get like 2 dupes, and Niss needs to get all of them. Okay, Cove got 1. Oh, he actually got 2. Niss, oh, didn't get any of the dupes. That's not good. That's not good. He needs to make time. So Cove actually, with a comfortable lead. Oh, Niss needs to be careful. He cannot. And he died. Oh no. Okay, that's really unfortunate, man. All right, let's see. adef gets through. Oh, adef he got all of the dupes, I think. Oops. Einea. Man, come on, Einea. He got all of them. Very nice. So Einea got all of the dupes and adef got all of the dupes, I think. So Einea can still beat adef, but it's Y4. Anything can happen still, but whew, this looks good for adef. Meanwhile, Cove in the refight's good, and this is about game, I think. Very well played by Cove and by Niss. I mean, that's just unfortunate. Ooh. Having a little bit of trouble with this boss right now, because he doesn't have the blocks anymore, so he cannot use the blocks to kill these enemies. Okay, adef got the refight skip. See if Einea gets it, but it looks really good for Cove and adef. It seems like it's their race to lose right now. And adef into the game, into the last boss. And Cove finishes with a race bot says it's a 2019. Congrats to Cove for taking this series, man. adef, nothing. Like, adef is an experienced runner. He ran this game for quite some time and he made it. So good job, adef. Good job, everybody. What a race. What a great one great race. We got 2 great races at the same time. I mean, these 2 races, and Einea finishes. This finally beat Y3, I think. Man, I mean, I'm really happy. This was awesome, man. Awesome job by everybody. It's unfortunate for Niss, of course. You can see how hard that boss actually is if you don't have the blocks. The blocks, they don't despawn. So 2017 on the split for Cove. 2019, there's the race spot for Cove, taking the first place. adef on the split 2039. He gets a 2038 on Venom, which is actually a PB, a race PB for adef. So congrats. Einea finished 2054. Congrats to Einea. Really good race. About to finish Y4 here. Second try, Ice Pixel. Man, awesome job. Awesome. I think these were like the best races we've had to like. I don't think we had races that. I mean, we also had 3 best of 3. We had 3 races. All right, this easy peasy. Problem with the refight skip. Coming up Y4. Boss. Almost done. I just cooked some pasta. I just wanted to eat pasta and then I to commentate this, and Of course, I had to commentate this. GG, Niss finishing with a 23-18. I don't know, the race spot. Whew, all right. Oh. I eat my pasta right now. Man, I'm hungry. All right. So what's next? I want to eat my pasta. So I for having me. Thanks for letting me commentate this awesome race. Thanks for the runners. Thanks Fizio and Mythical and everybody who's helped out. And thank you guys for watching, of course. And GG. And I see you guys sometime soon. I don't know when my next race is, but thanks for watching. Interviews. Do I have yeah, sure, of course. Oh, wait a second. Interviews? Let's have some interviews, right? I don't care about the pasta. Let's have some interviews. Let's have some interviews. If you guys want. If you guys don't want, then of course. You in? I don't think I can pull you in. Okay, so we are interviewing some of the peeps, some of the races. Hopefully everybody. I wanna.
Yo, Prizzy.
What's up, Cove? How you doing, man? After the sick race. Hello, hello, hello. Me.
That was
Don't
the
be
most
shy.
nerve-wracking race of my life.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was real because it was back and forth, actually. This was right up there with you, and he was in the lead in fire, I think, and then you took the lead back in bomb, I think, and it went back and forth. It was crazy.
Niss is insane. Like, everyone should go follow Niss. He's super nice, and he played out of his mind today. Like, he was incredible. I thought I played as well as I could possibly play, and I still almost lost.
Yeah.
It
How do
was,
you feel in this?
it was crazy.
Do you feel like you should have played it more safe in some spots, or do you feel like it was just that Kov was just insane and you were like at your best, basically?
I basically had to go all out. I wouldn't have a chance
right?
otherwise.
I think you were on PB's pace, right? At some point.
Yeah. I was on PB pace in game 2.
So what's up, Einea? How do you feel?
Hi. Well, I'm really happy actually. I got some nice tricks in the run.
Tell you this, you got the bad breaks twice. I'm so jealous of you. Like, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I had 4 races and I couldn't do it in any of them. And you got it 2 out of 2. That's crazy. That's crazy. Actually, I didn't see the first race, but if you got it, but the second and the third race, it blows my mind still. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, I got it twice. I've practiced it, but I rarely get it. That's why I'm super happy to by getting it twice in a tournament race.
Yeah. You should be proud of yourself, man. I don't know. I mean, we can look at the bracket. Did you play 2 matches already or 3?
Yeah, I've played all my matches. I won 2 of them, and this was my first loss.
Cool. So you should be fine. So you're in group. So Einea is in group F with adef. He has 2 wins. I think you won against Van Rufio and Colin Ferzo, right? And you just lost against adef.
Yeah, that's right.
So you should be, I mean, you should be comfortable.
Yeah, I think the only way he wouldn't go on is if Fatso beat adef and had a better time than Einea.
Yeah, right. And you got Group G, of course, with Cove in this. So we see here, Cove, you just won your game, your third game, right? I assume.
Yep. Yeah. Both niss and I were both 2-0 coming into this.
So you guys are good to go to the next stage. Congrats on that.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, coming into the tournament, I don't know what Niss's goals were. My goal was just, let's see if we can make it out to groups. And I'm super happy that I did.
We can do better than that. I wanna hear some like more like bigger goal.
well, you make a goal, and if you get that goal, then you can make a bigger one. My bigger one is now to win my next race.
All right, gotcha. What do you think, Niss? What's your goal? Like, how far you can get?
Well, I'm just happy to get better. Like this tournament has been so much fun, and this was the most fun I've had, like racing. So it's a big part of why I'm getting better at the game. So my goal is obviously to improve my personal best.
Gotcha. What's your PB right now?
It's what is it?
2026, I think.
Yeah, 2026.
I can see a 2026 right behind Polari also. Yeah, I think, man, you guys should go for sub 20 definitely. You guys have the tools to get a sub 20. I mean,
Prissy, my first match, I actually got a 20 even.
Was it the first?
Yeah, the first game I got a 20.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually saw that.
Believe me, I'm going for sub 20. It just isn't happening.
I mean, you guys will get it. I'm pretty sure you will get it. Alright, so we're about to wrap it up, I guess. Any final comments from you guys? I mean, if you guys have some questions to each other or something.
I just want to congratulate everyone else who was racing today, because I kind of had it on my second monitor to be able to tell where Niss was, and I'm glad I did, or else I might have not pushed it as much as I did. But like, even playing in it and watching it, it seemed incredibly exciting. And so great job, everyone. Great job. Thanks Mythical and Feasel and the admin team always for putting it on. Thanks Prizzy for jumping in with commentary.
I can thank my pastor too. They're waiting for me to get it.
Thanks, Pasta.
Thanks, Pastor, for waiting.
No, that's all I had. Thanks, Prizzy.
Sure. You're welcome, man. I mean, you guys should definitely check out the races. Just rewatch it. I think it could be a lot of fun. So, Niss, Einea, you guys want to say something? Then say something. If not, then
GG.
Alright. That's... Well, I guess can go, and maybe you guys can get some pasta too. I don't know what your evening goals are. I mean, Kof, you are like in America, right? So it's about 2 p.m. I think.
Yeah, I still think I'm gonna go find a beer somewhere. I am so wound up right now. I need to relax.
All right. Well, I need to relax too, because that race was just, man, man, commentary is just really hard, because like 4 screens and so many things were going on. All right. Okay, so what do we have next? I actually don't know. I'm starving. I just want to say thank you again for watching, and now's the time for Mythic or somebody to jump in, or somebody, I don't know.
I do know we have Tired Monkey and Cool Kid in 30 minutes on Speed Gaming 3.